Right away. Ujjayi breathing. And take a few more moments cultivating your larger than life breath. Really expand on the inhales. And let go with the exhale. Maybe you're tracking some tension in the body that you can start to release. Maybe a thought comes along that gets stuck up in there. Maybe you're distracted by something in your external environment. Fuel up on inhale. And dislodge on exhale. A couple of rounds of Uddiyana Kriya. Of course, if you already had lunch, just stay with your strong Ujjayi breathing. Otherwise, take a huge breath in to really fill up. Pause for a moment at the top, let the energy build. And then blow it out your mouth to empty out completely, like you're blowing out your candles. Once you're empty, stay empty. Tuck the chin into throat, draw navel to spine, and fly your abdominals up into your rib cage. Flare your ribs open to make space and lift your heart. Hold the breath out as long as you can, and then relax your belly to repeat 2 or 3 more times. And then come onto your back when you're complete. Take your time if you're still finishing up your rounds. We'll set up for oblique toner, which in the past we've done with our hips up on a ramp on a bolster. So if you like that, you can take the time to set that up. And then you'll take it away. We'll move into deeper obliques if you choose to move into. If you want to stay with obliques toner, the more subtle movement, then you'll stay on your ramp or hips on the ground. Everyone bring your knees right over your hips. Your feet can stay dangling down by your buttocks, but put energy in them. Spread your toes. Low back is neutral for this part of the exercise. So not pressing low back down. Low back's light. Sacrum itself, the back is heavy. Breathe the back bottom ribs down onto the mat. As you tip your knees to the left, maybe 2 inches to let the right hip rise. Release low belly out. Exhale, hug low abdominals in to come back to center. Inhale into back bottom ribs, knees tip to the right, low belly releases. Low belly in, center. And breathe back bottom ribs wide on mat, knees tip left. Relax your belly. Exhale, scoop the low belly in. Inhale into back bottom ribs, knees tip right. Release your low abs. Exhale, center. Go to each side one more time on your own. Expanding into the twist, expanding the rib cage. So it's a tiny twist. And maybe you choose to keep going like that, really waking up, flushing out the obliques. Or more assertive twist, you open your arms to a T, then lower them down a few inches to turn the palms down with shoulders wide. Take a breath in center. This time, do press back of spine, low spine into the mat. Exhale, drop your knees all the way to the left hand. Reach with your right knee, pull navel in. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees drop all the way to the right, navel to spine. Inhale, center. Exhale as you drop knees to the left. Your right shoulder might come off the mat as your knees drop. That's fine, but see if you can keep fingertips on earth. Inhale, center. Now keep going like that if you please. If you're doing the deeper twist, exhale into the twist. You might choose to take a breath and also exhale on your way back to center if you're feeling any strain in your low back. That's fine. If you're doing the more subtle twist, then you inhale into the twist. And when you are complete, bring your knees into your chest. If possible, keep the knees and feet together. It's fine if you need to separate them. You might choose to hold something under between your thighs, though, so your legs will work as a unit. Interlace hands at the base of your skull and leave the elbows wide. Keep the head resting back into the hands. So low back is neutral here. Breathe back bottom ribs onto mat. I know they're arching because your arms are up, so breathe them back down to the ground. And start to swing your feet side to side a little bit, creating a twist in the hips. And then if you can feel the sides of the waist pinching into the twist, those are the muscles we're using. Again, obliques, but now they're doing their kind of Cookie Monster action of pinching down, biting down. You can start to, if you're on a slippery enough surface, start to let your upper body go side to side too, elbow to foot, elbow to foot. And if you're on a really slippery surface, like you could lie your blanket on your hard floor and really clean up your floor this way, then go faster and faster. So as fast as feels safe, keep your belly in, breathe into the back ribs on the mat. Not twisting, just swing the feet side to side, side bending, side bending. That's a little better, Cynthia. Less twist. Keep the shins parallel to the ceiling. So just the feet, swish your feet side to side. Yeah. That's really good, Susan. All right. When you're done, stretch out like a Shavasana. Stretch out in the middle of your mat, reach your arms up overhead if that feels right to you. Breathe the back ribs down. banana. Walk your feet over to the bottom left corner of your mat. Option to hook your left ankle over your right. Option to hold your right wrist with your left hand and traction your arm bones up. Right ribs, right hip, heavy on the mat. And then optional, while you're in this position, change the cross of your ankles right over left. Sometimes crossing the ankles hurts my hips and low back. You don't have to cross the ankles. It doesn't feel right. Like when I'm a little inflamed. Release back to center, arms up. Baby step your feet down to the right corner of your mat. Start, if you're hooking ankles, start on top of left. Maybe traction the left arm bones up. If you want to work with arms down though, for your shoulder's sake, that's fine. Left side body is heavy. And if you're crossed ankles, switch the cross. If you want. It gets into a different part of the hip. It might not work for you. Good. Come back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Spinal twist. Drop your knees over to the left. Any leg position, to straighten the bottom leg out or just the arms, that's fine. Of course, prop your shins if you please. And then release into the earth for a couple breaths. Feel the places where the ground touches you. And yield. Other side. Twists can be soothing, which can slow the breath down. That's nice, slowing nervous system down, but stay conscious. Keep the ujjayi sound going. All right, one more abdominal exercise here on our back. Frog lifting through variations. Part one, we'll keep the head and shoulders on the earth, but cradle your head back in your hands. Knees bent over your pelvis, this time more of a chair position with your feet same level as the knees, and then flex your feet back. Flex strongly at the ankles, flex strongly at the toes. Open into frog. Straddle your inner thighs wide, bring your heels out exactly in line with your knees, really nice. If you have any low back issues, you can absolutely put your feet on a wall. If you're not using a real wall, press your feet into your imaginary wall, and you'll keep the knees exactly where they are in line with and maybe your knees can come forward like 3 inches. So it feels like your low back wants to arch, and then you effort to press it back down. Breathe into your low back. Without swinging your knees, exhale, curl pubic bone and navel, draw navel to spine. Little head and shoulders can stay down these first 2 rounds as you articulate the pelvis. Inhale, head down. Inhale, tail down. Exhale, little tip of tailbone up. Firming up around the pelvic floor, draw navel to spine. Press into imaginary wall, spread your toes. Set your tail down. Optional, inhale, head and shoulders off the earth to keep them up. Exhale, curl the pelvis up. Press feet into imaginary wall, keep the knees forward. Pull your belly down. Good. Inhale, tail down, lift the shoulders, triceps to sky. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Curl tailbone up. Pull belly down. Straddle your thighs wide. Set your tail down. 2 more. Inhale, down into your sacrum, lift your shoulders. Exhale, tip the pelvis up, pull your belly down. One more time. Set your tailbone down. Breathe into low back and pelvis. Exhale, curl it up. Hug low belly in towards your spine. Press spine into earth. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Bring hands behind your knees to help your legs back together. Twisted root hip helper. If eagle legs works for your low back, hips, and knees today, cross right thigh over left. If twisting your root creates any pain in the joints, including your SI joint, then instead roll up a blanket to make your yoga roll, or find something to squish between your thighs, keeping your legs hips width apart. Arms down alongside the body, maybe a few inches away. So relax, nice heavy supportive upper body, but relaxed. Or you can slide your hands underneath your seat, palms down for a little extra low back support. Take a breath without gritting your teeth. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze the tops of your inner thighs like you got to go pee. Squeezy, squeezy. And pull your belly in a little. Breathe up into the ribs, especially the ribs on the mat by your shoulders. And like 20% strength here as you squeeze, squeeze. Super glue your inner thighs. If you can double bind the right foot, that'll help your super glue, but it's not important to hook it. Exhale, start to pull your thighs apart, like they'd go flying into straddle if your super glue melted, but it won't. Rotate the thighs out a little bit, external rotation. And then once again, internal rotation. Turn the thighs in and squeeze, squeeze at the pelvic floor. Squeeze everything from belly button down to your active spread toes, but relax your face and muscles around your eyes. And one more time, pull it apart. Pull, 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 pull. Smiling's okay. All right, relax your legs, unwind. And let's go right into side number 2. Again, if you're feeling irritation in your joints, low back, hips, or knees, I want you to make a roll. Don't hurt your joints with this. This is for your adductors mostly. All right, squeezy, squeeze. Keep breathing. Nice conscious breaths with 20% strength. Try to crack a nut between your thighs. Without gritting teeth or scrunching face. Good. And then super glue your inner thigh apart. Pull, 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 pull. Take a breath. Exhale, turn them in and squeeze. Squish the very top tendons of your inner thighs in. And then peel them apart. Rotate the tops of the thighs away from each other like the knees are trying to separate away from each other. And release into happy baby. All right, let's roll on to the belly for quarter boat. Line your belly, fold your arms in front, fold your hands in front of you to rest your forehead on your hands. Breathe the back bottom ribs up off your kidneys. Ventilate your low back. Exhale, curl pubic bone down into the mat and start to spiral right thigh back, like you're trying to slide the right thigh bone out of the hip socket. Down your mat, it may raise off the mat, that's fine. Just release any gripping. And just contract around the right sitting bone towards the tail, so the bottom of your bottom. Exhale, release the right leg down. Breathe out the back bottom ribs. Exhale, curl the pubic bone down and spiral left thigh bone back. Spiraling, if the thigh rises, you'll turn the top of the thigh slightly in towards the right, as if you're unscrewing the thigh bone from the hip socket. Active foot's a good idea as long as you're relaxed in the glutes and everywhere else in your body. Lengthening left leg back. Nice, you guys. All right, release the left leg down. Low cobra. Come up onto your elbows, hands in front of your elbows. And you may want to walk your hands back just a little bit. So as you pull the mat towards you and pull your chest forward, your elbows can rise up. Draw the shoulders back. Here, the butt can turn on just enough to lengthen or to compress. Tail down. Exhale, lower down. Press to all fours. Let's come into mega plank, palms up. Come down onto your elbows. Wrap your hands around your upper arms to measure the width of your elbows. They should line up right under shoulders if you do that. And then if your shoulders are healthy, spin your palms open in front of you, palms to the sky, hands exactly in line with the elbows. You can put a block between your wrists. Your hands will try to like chop in towards each other. I want you to keep them open and the elbows in. Press the earth away. Flatten your wrist onto the earth. It's okay if your hand has to lift up a little bit so your wrist can flatten. And then any expression of plank. This might be enough plank right here as you lengthen your tail back. Or if you want to bear more weight, then you walk your feet back or just the knees back. Hips low, if that's okay on low back. You draw the front ribs up into your belly to decompress. I know sometimes with my low back, I have to lift my hips and tuck my tail. So if you have an injury, just compensate for it or accommodate it. Nice. Pull the mat toward you just enough to widen through the collarbones and then press down into the earth to lift back out of your shoulders. Feel for putting energy right through the hand bones, springing the skin of the palm taut. Your thumb, your index finger may roll down to the floor, but don't force your wrist to do that. That's because your biceps are turning forward. Your shoulders are opening. Nice. All right, everyone set your knees down. Sink back into embryo. Sit back on your heels with your hands by your feet. Opposite rotation for shoulders. If this is not a great place for you to just release into, then find another shape. Roll onto your back if you need. Downward facing dog. Lunge. Step your right foot forward. Low lunge. Lower the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. And inhale to lift your heart. Rise onto your fingertips. Ease the shoulders back. If you want to put your hands on blocks, that's fine. Hamstrings stretch. Long pyramid if it's okay for your knees. Inhale, back your hips up, tuck your back toes. And exhale, shift your hips way back to fold over right leg. Left heel is pressing straight back so you can't see it. Getting a sweet release in the left calf, Achilles tendon. And if it's right for your joints today, we'll do that 3 times. Go back and forth 3 times with the breath. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, stretch it back. Take 2 more breaths. Of course, you can choose to hold one end of the pose and just feel the internal flow of your breath. We'll meet in runner's lunge. Bend the right knee. Keep the left thigh lifted. Pull your belly in. Inhale. Exhale, step back into plank. Take a full breath in plank. Your knees can come down if you like. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, or all the way to your belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, low lunge. Feel for balance, the buoyancy of the breath in the heart with the grounding of your hips towards the front heel. If it feels safe to keep bending the left knee so your hips do sink towards front heel, lift and spread toes of left foot. No pressure in the knee. Long pyramid. Inhale, back your hips up, tuck the back toes. Exhale, stretch back into your hamstrings, stretch. And then if flowing is right on this side, inhale, lunge. Heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, hips way back and up. 2 more breaths on your own. Then we'll meet in runner's lunge. Firm up through hips and core. Exhale, step the right foot forward, fold into your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, samastiti. Horse stance. Yes. Well, unlock the shoulders in horse. Turn to face side of mat. Angle the toes out 45 degrees. Bend your knees. If you need to get off your horse, that's fine. Bring the right arm forward. Bend the right elbow directly in front of the shoulder joint. Take hold of the right shoulder blade. Left hand comes, thumb might have to go like in the back of the armpit to hook the inside of the shoulder blade. Just if you feel any type stuff when you press in there, don't push on that. This is like nerves and arteries that you don't want to compress. All right, take your wing bone, send breath into the right shoulder, right side of the upper back. Feel it inflate. Exhale, manually pull the shoulder blade down away from your ear and keep the elbow moving forward. Take another breath like that. Feel right shoulder, chest and upper back expand. Exhale, peel your shoulder blade down. Now, if you've ever had shoulder dislocation or if you have current injury, stay here. Keep breathing like that. If shoulder is stable, take hold of your right biceps. Breathe into the right shoulder socket. Exhale, drag the right shoulder blade down away from your ear and then traction your arm bone forward. Gooiness in the shoulder tissues. And finally, stabilize left palm against right elbow. Like 20% of strength, elbow into hand, hand into elbow. Breathe into right shoulder. Exhale, shoulder blade down. Keep sending elbow forward, up, and into your hand. You rotate right a little. Relax your arms down. Other side, if you're okay being on your horse, left arm forward, bend the left elbow. Right hand takes hold of the shoulder blade. Hold on to that bone. Send breath into the shoulder, the upper back and chest. Exhale, peel your shoulder blade down. Keep the elbow moving forward. Take another breath like that. Inflate the left side of the torso. Exhale, pull shoulder blade down. Good. Same rules. If left shoulder is stable, take hold of your biceps. If you need to stay in the stabilizing shape, hold your shoulder blade. Breathe into left shoulder, left upper back and chest. Exhale, drag left shoulder blade down and glide your arm bone forward. And finally, press right palm into left elbow, elbow into palm. Breathe into left shoulder, left upper back widens. Exhale, hand into elbow, elbow into hand, arm moves forward and up. Maybe the wrist rotates out a little bit, external rotation. Relax your arms, straighten your legs, turn your toes in. Interlace hands behind your back. Get the palms to touch. Then straighten your arms, pull on the hands to dig shoulder blades into your upper back. You can choose to stay upright or come into a forward fold. First forward fold, you might need to bend your knees a lot to come down. Yeah, if possible, palms are together. I know getting into that shape is tricky, but it helps not overstretch the outer forearm, which is already overstretched, especially by phones, but by life. It's like a double cell phone shape. All right, if you feel safe coming up in your bind, reach through your knuckles, pretend to pull your feet together. If you need to use your hands to help you up, do that. Back in on your horse, let's do Agnisara or Uddiyana. Uddiyana, like we did at the beginning of class, breathe in, breathe out. While you're empty, suck your belly up underneath your rib cage and then return to a straight spine, drawing your diaphragm up, up, up. Maybe 3 rounds Uddiyana, or if you're moving on to Agnisara, it's same thing, empty out, fly the diaphragm up. And while you're holding your breath out, release the belly and pull it up. Release and pull it up. And then maybe the last round you do it even faster than you can think. Just let it flutter. All right, we'll start together and then I'll let you go on your own breath rhythm. Everyone breathe in. Blow it out, hold it out. Hold breath out, tuck chin to throat, pull navel to spine, fly your supple abdominals up into your flared rib cage. And you can stay as you are. Keep the chin tucked so you don't feel like you're gonna gag, or walk yourself up to a straight spine, getting taller and taller through the ribs. Relax belly when you need to breathe, and repeat. If you find yourself getting lightheaded, then pause. Feel your feet on the earth. Breathe normally. And again, if you have lunch, do not churn it. Great preparation for lunch. Great preparation before you eat. Not great if there's food in there. Awesome, you guys. And when you feel complete, we'll step to front of mat. Classical Suns. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back into lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chaturanga, or ease your way down to your belly in a way that's safe for your shoulders. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward, lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step forward, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold, come back down, right leg back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Cat-cow is a nice substitution. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastitihi, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, lunge. Inhale, up to your fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward, lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Fold, exhale, back down to the ground. Right leg steps back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. One more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Or step right into downward dog and stay there. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Breathe out, fold. Right leg back. Breathe in. Exhale to the earth. Full breath in. Exhale, down dog. Step right foot forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step forward. Fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to beating heart. Take a moment to feel your feet on the earth, to hear your breath. Utkatasana, sit back into your chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, find your way back to downward dog or fold. We're beginning standing series, so you can actually stand up if you prefer. Actually, we'll do 2 pose vignettes. Step the right foot forward in, actually first down dog. Reach your right leg back since you're all in down dog. Keep your hips square. Reach back through your heel to lengthen your spine back, like your leg's an extension of your tail. Exhale, downward dog. Now step the right foot forward into warrior 2. Bird's wing. Relax your arms down. Bring your left hip back in line with your left heel for this variation. So hips are square, shoulders over hips, palms up, elbows squeeze against your ribs. Inhale the pinky fingers in, opening the upper back to your breath. Exhale, rotate the hands out, squeeze elbows to ribs. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale, hands in, back of lungs widen. Exhale, rotate the hands out. Upper arm bones hug your shoulder blades. Once again, inhale. And exhale, squeeze. Eagle arms right on top of left. Exhale, unwind your arms, warrior 2. Take a breath. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Now going forward, your vinyasa can be your chaturanga, up dog. It can be going straight back to down dog. Or it can be stepping back to the front of your mat for a sun breath. Down dogs, extend your left leg back, reach back through your heel or the ball of your foot. Put energy in the foot to stretch back. Neck stays released. Or chin tucked is fine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior 2. Relax your arms down for bird's wing. Bring the right hip back a little bit to square off. Palms up, elbows hug into ribs. The right hip doesn't always have to be back. I just like it for these shoulder variations. Pinky fingers together, breathe into the upper back. Exhale, rotate the arms out, squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, hands come in to widen the upper back. Exhale, rotate the arms out. Squeeze your upper arm bones into your external rotators right behind your shoulders or behind your armpits. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, open. Eagle arms left on top of right. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, your vinyasa. Down dogs, down dog hip opener. Send the right leg straight back. Then this time you can open your hips to the right. Your choice whether you bend the right knee or leave it extended. I like to gaze underneath the left arm to help keep the shoulders square. If that helps you, pretend to look for your right foot. You might see it. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause. Pull your belly in, push the earth away. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. Left arm down the leg, right arm to sky. Your other arm variations are welcome as long as you're getting your breath down to the right hip. So your spine leads sideways away from it. And breathe the back ribs out so you're not collapsing into low back whatsoever. Chest might feel like it's coming down a little bit. Soften the chest in, but then press the arm bone back. Inhale, warrior two. Interlace hands behind your back. Again, if possible, palms together so you're not stuck in the double cell phone. Optional, hands can stay on your hips. Exhale, ostrich, bow to the inside of right leg. Also, your hamstrings or your hips might need the support of your hands on the ground. That's fine if you want to release your hands down to the inside of right foot. Release the hands down, let them slide off your back. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg straight back into down dog hip opener. This time your hips can pivot to the left. Yes, opens to the left, but scoop the right side low belly off your pelvis so you don't feel like you're dumping into the right hip. Exhale, knee to nose, three-legged plank if that's right for your shoulders. Pull your belly in a lot. In fact, the more you connect to belly, the less weight on your arms. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. Your low back looks a lot more spacious on this side, Martha. I'm not sure what's different, but breathe into it and let your body feel that. Inhale, warrior two. Interlock fingers behind you or bring your hands to your waist to squeeze your shoulders back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, ostrich. So warrior two ostrich might be a little further away from left leg than your warrior one, and that's intentional if that feels okay to your joints. Any issues in the knees, the hamstrings, or the low back, then you bring your body closer to left thigh or onto left thigh, or bring hands to earth for extra support. And release your hands down to frame the left foot, runner's lunge. Inhale, exhale, your vinyasa. Again, stepping forward to fold and half lift is an option. Send the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straight back. You could also have the left knee down for tabletop. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to right triceps. You can get the kneecap onto the triceps. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee to nose, lunge. Lower the back knee down for twisting lunge, so maybe not your deepest lunge. You can scooch the left knee forward a bit to help you lengthen the spine straight up. Maybe the left arm reaches up to help you elongate. Exhale, twist, left elbow, right thigh. Any other arm variations or binds are also welcome. Prep for binds. pyramid. Hands frame the right foot. Step the left foot about 2 or 3 feet behind the right foot with your toes angled out about 30 degrees. Hips squared to the right for your forward fold. Pretty tight variation. So for this one, you might tuck the chin and bring forehead towards knee. If that creates any burning sensation in the back body, don't do that. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, your vinyasa. Down dog abs or tabletop abs. Inhale the left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee touches right elbow. Pull the sides of the waist up. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, kneecap to left triceps. Maybe right onto the middle left arm bone. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, knee to nose, lunge. Twisting lunge. Inhale, lengthen spine, maybe reach right arm forward or up. Exhale, hook right elbow. Pyramid. Exhale, hands down, adjust the right foot forward for your one-legged hamstring stretch. Inhale, look forward, soften left knee. Exhale, step right foot forward, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. Balancing series, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, either right knee to chest or big toe pose with extension or not. Left hand holds waist. Find a point in front of you that's not moving. Steady your eyes. Take a breath. Exhale, open your leg out to the right. Option to look over left shoulder. Take a breath. Exhale, bring it back. Gaze at your big toe. Take your waist with both hands. Point your toes. If your knee is bent, extended, it's okay if you need to put your big toe on the ground and look down towards it. Front ribs in the belly. Shoulders back. Chin slightly tucked. Exhale, knee to chest. And Samasthiti. Other side. Left big toe. Or catch your left knee. But this can be your knee to chest right here. Toes on the earth. Inhale. Exhale, open your leg to the left. Optional, looking over right shoulder. Then find a steady point to set your eyes on. Inhale. Exhale, center. And bring your hands to your waist, point your toes, pull your belly in, slightly lean towards your leg, lengthen through the back body. Exhale, knee to chest. Samastitihi. Utkatasana after vinyasa. Inhale, arms up, half sun or full sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or fold. Inhale, rise to stand or upward facing. Exhale, samastitihi, downward facing. Utkatasana, jump your feet between your hands, sit back in your chair. If possible, big toes together, heels slightly parted, knees together, maybe palms together, maybe looking up at them. It's fine if you need to separate your knees and hands. Bakasana prep or Kakasana. Exhale, hands to the earth. Come on to tippy toes to draw your knees into your armpits, or elbows to rest your knees on your upper arms for your flying practice. Try tucking your tail down a little more, Cynthia. Your hips, it can help to have the hips high, but to connect to your core, feel for curling that in and then shifting forward. Because you're strong. You might find that. And when you are satisfied, no hurry, find your way back to downward dog. Triangle. Step the right foot forward or find your way to standing for triangle prep. Right hand to shin, earth, block, big toe, or way up on your hip or thigh. That's fine too. Runner's lunge. Look down, bend the right knee, frame your right foot. Warrior one. Adjust the left foot forward so it's about 3.5 feet behind the right. Bend your right knee to come up. Eagle arms, right under left. Either stay upright in warrior one eagle or emu with your eagle arms. Bow to the inside of right leg. It's just like ostrich, except your arms are in the opposite orientation. Head can nestle right into your biceps. And it's just like before, if you need to put hands on ground for extra support, do that. In fact, we'll all untangle our arms, hands down to the inside of right foot for deep lunge hip opener variations. Slide the left leg way back. You can lower down to elbows. Run your breath through your right hip. Or whatever else you feel starting to release with the pose. Sometimes it's the left hip flexors. Sometimes it's right around the low spine sacrum area. If it's in your arms, I suggest another arm position. revolved triangle. Press back to your hands, hands to either side of right foot. Come into your pyramid footprint, and you may choose to stay in pyramid. Or leave left hand on the ground, right hand to hip. Lift and lengthen your spine parallel to the earth, and exhale, spiral to the right. Hands down, bend the right knee, warrior two footprint. Inhale to rise. Exhale, reverse. Extended side angle variation. Inhale, warrior two. Right fingertips to the ground inside the right ankle. Left arm reaches directly across, or you could put your hand on a block if you want something to press off, or put your right elbow on your thigh. Half bind or full bind, left arm behind back. Option to reach underneath your right thigh. Either stay here, or if you'd like to move into bird of paradise, step your left foot forward for your standing balance. Or if you want to keep both feet on the ground, you can turn this into a bound triangle. It's the exact same pose as bird of paradise, but your right foot's on the ground instead of in the air. Birds, if possible, step back the way you came in, but if not, just meet us in runner's lunge. Head to ankle. Bring your hands inside your right foot. Lower your back knee down. This can be done with back knee down or back knee up. I'll start us with back knee down. Lean down onto your left ankle, elbow. Oof, this is already confusing, so let me get this right. Left elbow, left hand catches right ankle. And then scoot your shoulder back behind your right calf so you can reach around and hold your ankle from the other side with your right hand. And then relax your head and neck. And this can be intense enough. There's enough to fight within your hip here. Make peace with it. Or you can actively breathe into the left side body. Exhale, pull on your ankle to get your back of head a little closer to it. Optional to straighten the back leg, kind of like warrior one, but I want your hips moving up and back. If that helps give you more space to crawl under. So yeah, Cynthia, you might want to step your left foot forward another foot or so, just so you can have a high shape. If it's not too demanding on hamstrings. And when you're satisfied, I'll let you choose. You can release into pigeon or splits. Or after 5 breaths in pigeon, you may want to open front leg into splits. Half splits flow, also an option. Sometimes if the hip is barking, that right hip, rocking it out gently, not in splits, but in pigeon or half splits flow, can soothe it. A couple more breaths. If you're moving through another variation, now's the time. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Or actually any neutral pose of your choice. Next place we'll meet is triangle with the left foot forward. So take your time easing your way either into triangle prep or grow right up into triangle from the earth. Runner's lunge. Warrior one. Eagle warrior, left under right. Either stay upright or bow into emu. Hamstring injury, be careful, be mindful as you bow. Your body may choose to stay upright, or you might put your hands on the earth for extra support. Deep lunge. Everyone release your hands down to the inside of left leg. Slide the right leg way back. And settle into your hips. My suggestion is the knee nuzzle against left shoulder, but if you let the knee drop open, you'll find some hot spots. Maybe that's what your body wants to send breath to today. Revolved triangle or pyramid. Come back up to your hands. Frame your left foot. Ground your right heel just a couple feet behind the left. This time, maybe a long pyramid, lengthening your heart forward, the back of spine forward, or if you'd like to revolve it, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, spiral open. And then find those gotta go pee muscles. Get that squeeze of the upper thighs going. Exhale, left hand down. Step the right foot back into warrior two. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. Iyengar's triangle or Bikram's triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Left middle finger to the ground inside your left ankle. Right arm reaches directly across, opening your wings wide. Or if you prefer, left hand on block or elbow to thigh. Open up the right side chest and the right side upper back a little bit more. Make space behind your shoulder blade. And then wrap right arm behind your back. Option full bind. And either stay here, continue to cook your hip, or step into bird, or straighten the left leg, straight-ish left leg for bound triangle. If you need to release all those poses, go into runner's lunge. All right, bird, maybe you find your way back into bound warrior two the way you came in, or just meet us in runner's lunge. And then prep for deep lunge, hands down to the inside of left leg. Start maybe with the back knee down, and you can move right knee out to the right quite a bit to make space. So essentially we're learning to crawl under ourselves. So if you need to open your knees and bring your right elbow down, that's fine. Left hand to right, or left hand, left arm crawls behind the left leg to catch the outer ankle. And then you can relax. You can try to yin out here. It's still intense if you try to relax. Or you can actively draw your head, tuck your chin and draw back of head to ankle. This can be intense on hamstrings, even with a bent knee. So don't push if you feel burning. All right, release either into your pigeon or a half splits flow might be soothing. Or you can roll right into full splits. Next place we'll meet is sitting in Dandasana. So if you're moving through any other variations or counter poses, take a few breaths. Dandasana, upward facing staff pose. Feet flexed, big toes touch if possible, hands on the ground by your hips, pressing down to lengthen back of spine up, scoop your low belly up, widen through the chest and collarbones, tuck your chin down. Ujjayi breath. Release that pressure. Point your toes, Purvattanasana. Walk your hands back a few inches. Press into the ground for chest opener. Lift your chest up, squeeze shoulders back, widen through collarbones. Option to let your head go back. Option to press hips to sky, reverse plank. You can do reverse plank with your chin tucked too. And reverse table is also an option. All right, if your head's back, it'll be the last thing to come up. Slowly lower your hips down. Marichyasana A or modified B. If you think you might want to bind this, have a strap handy if you want to use it. So right knee bent, foot on the floor, in line with sitting bone. Or if you're just learning the pose, you might move your heel out a little wider than sit bone so your knee stays in. Left leg can be straight, or the modified B would be tucking your left heel in. We'll be bowing this direction. So for your hamstring shake, maybe it feels better to tuck it. The actual B is a half lotus. We won't do that today. Right shoulder to the inside of right knee. And this might be your pose here. Release your neck. And to me, I can feel that neck release all the way down into right hip. Right hip might come off the earth. That's fine. Or if your strap is behind your hips or on your low back, you can reach right arm forward, thumb down, and wrap elbow or armpit around your shin. Optional, left arm palm down might wing behind you to try to find the right hand or the other end of the strap. Cynthia, see if you can tuck both your feet as close to your right sitting bone as possible. That'll make it a little, I think, more accessible to bow forward. It's okay if you lean onto the left hip, like you're going to roll to the left, whether your leg is straight or bent. Use your bandhas to not roll over. If you do roll over, no big deal. You're already on the ground. Not a far fall. Head is bowing to the space right in front of your pubic bone, to between your legs. Or if your left leg is straight, towards the left knee. All right. Inhale to look forward, pull your belly in and come up. Other side, left foot on the floor. Your choice of right leg straight or right heel tucked. Left shoulder to the inside of left knee, and maybe pause there, curling up. And if you can see, for me, my hip goes up a lot. And your head's all the way on the ground. Then we'll talk about bringing your hip back down. But for right now, it's fine if you want to lean to the right. Classical dristi is eyes towards big toe, but through the third eye. So don't crane your neck to look forward if that feels right to you. All right, inhale, everyone look forward. Pull your belly in, release the bind. And come on down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Either twisted root spinal twist, cross right thigh over left, and then drop knees to the left. Or figure 4 spinal twist, hook right ankle on your left knee, then drop your knees to the left. So here your thighs stay way open, your knee stays open. Kind of the opposite of the twisted root. Or if there's another twist your body's asking for. Your body's worked very hard today. I want them to feel like they're settling to the space they created. So if props help that. If sending soft humming sounds, Brahmari, in areas of your body feels soothing. If putting your right palm on your sacrum feels soothing. Reconnect to yourself. And to the earth below you that supports you. And ease over to the other side. If you're feeling a lot of pull across the SI joint area, that lowest part of the low back, I find it sometimes helpful to bow my chest down towards my knees. And release into your Shavasana. Legs up on a chair or wall might feel right to your low back. And to the overall sense of settling into the earth below. Put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Take a slow, full breath down into your belly. Feel it rise up into your heart. And let it go. Take 2 more breaths like that. Durga breath. And slowly find your way up to your seat. Press your palms together. Bring your thumbs to your sternum to lift your heart. May all beings everywhere be filled with love and kindness. May we all be happy, healthy, safe. May the fruits of our practice benefit us and also better all those around us. Namaste.